So with the younger students, what I found was that the usage was very democratic, and all students of all abilities could benefit from using it. With the older students, the usage pattern was more like what you see in a university, where the questions are generated by the most able, motivated, enthusiastic students. So they generate some really high-quality questions that require students to do genuine computation to arrive at the answer. So it's not just a definitions question. So participation levels are higher at the higher end of the ability scale in the older students. And the benefit to the older students comes not only from answering the questions, so not just from drilling on the questions as a sort of revision resource, but when they create the questions, what they're doing is taking their internal model of a concept, and when they write the question, they have to externalize it. So it really helps them to test what they know, more so when they write a question than when they answer it. And this is believed to be very beneficial.
Do you have any particular advice for anybody else who might be thinking about using Peerwise?
So what I'd say for secondary school teachers in particular, you have to have a large cohort of students. The larger the better. I tried it with a group of 12 students, and with 12 students it didn't take off, it didn't reach critical mass. So what I did with other classes where I could is I combined several classes from within a particular year, so they were all on the same syllabus, together into one course. So I had about 40 students in each of my 3 courses that I was trying out. So if you can, combine classes together. I haven't tried it across ability levels, but across year groups. So it might be interesting to see if you have students from 5th year writing questions for students from people in the 4th year, and then people in the 4th year writing questions for people in the 3rd year. So that's an interesting one to try. In general, when you're setting up, it's very easy to set up. I don't have to tell anyone how to do that. What I would say is that I seeded it with a couple of questions first. So when you do a demonstration, it's so simple to use that you can show it live on an interactive whiteboard, and the students usually get very excited about it. You can throw out a few questions, make them create a question there and then on the spot, contribute it to the repository so they can see how the process works. And if you have a few there, I think that probably helps to set the expectations, so set the standard of question that students are expected to contribute.